Collective at Georgia is just talking about potential revenue sharing with other collectives nationally. What are your thoughts on that in the future if schools maybe pay athletes directly in a few years?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard much or seen much on that, but I mean, that would be cool, I guess, for the athletes. I mean, I'm like I said, I haven't really heard or seen much about that.
Hey, Brock, there's only been one tight end Heisman winner since 1949. If you're that guy this season, what kind of year would it take out of you to be a finalist for that award?
Yeah, I think it would take a lot, just because tight end positional value isn't super high usually, and like I said earlier, quarterbacks. I mean, they're usually the best player on the field because they need to be kind of the field general, and that's why they usually win the award. So it would take a lot this year for me to do that.
Has Mike Bobo told you at all that you're going to get the football in a different sort of role, hybrid type role?
Yeah, I think he'll use me a lot like Coach Munkin did, and kind of throw a few of his own wrinkles in there. But I mean, I'll be happy with whatever helps the team win. So.
Rob, did you ever play quarterback or want to play quarterback? I mean, how'd you end up with that? What's the story there?
Yeah, I actually played quarterback my freshman year in high school, but it was triple option, so I'd kind of just keep it most of the time. So that was really fun. But yeah, I ended up playing receiver my sophomore year, and then I was a bigger dude, so I just moved down to tight end.
Brock, you're here at Media Days. You've done interviews in Athens. Kirby was up here just talking about how quiet you are. Do you consider yourself quiet and reserved like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. I just don't have a lot to say usually. Yeah.
Rob, kind of talk about Lawson, Lucky, and Oscar Delp. Some of these guys kind of down the depth chart behind you, and what they'll mean with Darnell gone.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we're not going to have another Darnell because I mean we don't have anyone that's 6'8", 280 and can move like that. And I mean, but those dudes are going to be themselves, and they're going to be legit players because that's how Coach Hartley recruited them. And I mean, they've been doing a lot better, working hard every day, so I'm proud of them.
Kind of going off of that, now with Ryland and Darnell, you're the oldest tight end in the room, you're kind of a veteran. What's the different mindset that you have going in with all these young guys?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that I'm the old guy now because it feels like just yesterday I was just a freshman coming in, and I feel like I've been trying to help them and lead them in on the right direction and the right path to succeed, hopefully, and kind of taking on more of that leadership role in the room. It's kind of my goal.
Brock, do you ever watch film of any other college tight ends to see what they're doing, specifically someone like Jatavian Sanders in Texas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the time when we're watching other teams' film on tight ends, it's usually for opponents that we're going to play and kind of what they do good against other people. So, I mean, we don't really dive too deep into just, I guess, watching film just to watch. We kind of just watch opponents and stuff like that.
Carson Beck, just what's he mean to the quarterback room, and is he taking on more of a vocal role in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, Carson's awesome. I mean, you have to be a good leader to be a quarterback, and he's been stepping up in that role and been doing a good job communicating and kind of being that field general that we need. And I mean, the dudes can rally behind. So yeah, he's been doing a good job.
Coach Smart was sharing a story of the two freshman tight ends maybe trying to scheme up against you in the box drills. What do you remember about that story, and what do you think that says about your mentality?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to lose in anything that we do, like conditioning or anything like that. And yeah, I remember one of the mornings we were running. I mean, I hate to lose, so Pierce was just kind of jogging one, and then Lawson would sprint one, and then Pierce all of a sudden sprinted one out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just sprinting the whole time. So it was tough, but we're always pushing each other to make each other better, so it's good.
There was a report that you declined the collective money this year to help your teammates. Was that a Tom Brady moment, or what can you say about if that's true and the motivations behind it?
I mean, I think the main motivation was behind it was just because, I mean, I kind of work with other people for NIL, and I mean, I felt like I had kind of my own stuff going on that I didn't really need that kind of support, and I felt like they could just focus on some of the other guys or other sports.
Brock, why Georgia? I mean, being a guy from California, anywhere you could have gone. I mean, and through the COVID period, all the film of the workouts. How does it unfold, and why are you sitting here and talking about Georgia football?
I'd say most of it comes down to where I thought I could become the best player I could be, and that would be Georgia, and to win games. And I wanted to be in a town like Athens too, and I couldn't really get that anywhere else but Georgia.
Brock, what do you think about Georgia? What do you think about Texas and Oklahoma joining the league next year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll add some value to the SEC because I mean those are two very good programs, and I think it's kind of weird because I mean the conference has kind of been the same for a while, or ever since I was growing up. So it's a little bit of a change, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Along those lines, can you tell us about A.D. Mitchell?
What about age? Just anything?
What are your impressions of A.D. Mitchell? You watched him for a couple of years now.
Yeah, he's one of like the freakiest athletes that I've seen. I mean, he'll be running one direction, take one step, and be in the other direction like in one step, full speed, and it's impressive to watch. I'm just hoping for nothing but the best for him.
Brock Kirby talked a lot about fighting complacency, and you studied the New Zealand All Blacks.
Yes, sir.
What did you learn from that?
I'd say, like I'm sure he said, better never rests, and just fighting complacency, and they do this thing called sweeping the sheds, and that means that like no job is too small and to do right. So that was kind of like the main takeaways that we took from it.
Have you noticed in that regard that you actually had to fight complacency? There have been moments where you see within yourself, your teammates, of maybe stepping off the gas a little bit?
Yeah, I think we don't really have that much of a problem because Coach Smart and all the other coaches really push us really hard every day, and I mean they're doing it too. They're trying to fight being complacent. Just because we won the last 2 years doesn't mean anything for this year. This is a whole new year and a whole new team, and just got to keep it going.
Can you describe how hard that is to fight complacency? I mean, it's like I think Coach Smart has said it himself. It's just easy to human nature to be satisfied.
Yeah, like I mean, we could be satisfied where we are right now, or we could think about the future and what we want to accomplish this year. And I think that's what really helped us out is what we want coming up, and that just kind of keeps us on edge and keeps us going.